Howdy, hey, welcome back to Pacific Northwest Gold Rushers. I'm Jeff, amateur prospector, and this is Gold Rush 24. Well, it's winter's definitely coming. We got a little bit of a drizzle right now, but today I'm going to answer a question that I've had for many years, probably close to a decade. Is there gold? Right now I'm basically on the Skagit River. Yes, it's Skagit, not Skagit. But there is gold there because all the other rivers and creeks feed into it. But by the time it makes it down to this big heavy water like this, it's pretty fine gold, if there is gold. But this is the question I had. Let me take you over there. So what we have here is all these hills around here. I know you guys probably think that they're mountains, and some of them are, but a lot of these are actual here because of the glaciers. I've watched this and driven by this 1,000 times, and I've always wondered because you can see the multiple layers. You know, we have some very fine rocks and gravel over there. Then we have, of course, the organics, and then another layer. And it's huge. It goes all the way over to there. Now this slides all the time. This is not the safest place to be parked and working. That tree there is a widowmaker. And this road gets shut down at least a couple times a year, and they have to bring out the big equipment, and they put a ditch there, but still boulders and rocks come falling down. So it's not the safest place for me to be parked and playing around. But I've always wondered. I mean, like I say, I've driven by here so many times, and I looked at it, and there's not going to be any nugs. But, you know, I watch a lot of videos out there, and I know, like, Phil with Freedom Prospecting and Flower Gold Wizard with Jason and everything, they talk about, oh, this is Glacier Till. Nope. This is the Pacific Northwest Glacier Till. So finally, I decided, because of the river levels and the creek levels, it's a good day to answer that question. I'm going to fill up some buckets. We're going to see if there's any gold in here. Up there or down here. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 24. Alrighty, now that we're here, let me show you if I can. Wow, I was just going to walk in there. I'm going to have to put my boots on. But you can see over here how the water is coming off that hill right there, and it's flushing everything down here, almost like a trough or a trench. So I'm going to try to get there and do a bucket. But on this lower layer here, you can see the clayish kind of rock and everything. Dude, I am not going up there. That's not even an option. Because again, there's that widowmaker right there, and it's undermining. It's all pretty hairy to stand this close. But there's that second layer about, I would say that's 8 to 10 feet above it, and it's another 8 to 10 foot section. Then there's another thin layer of organic, and then another section. And then after that, it's just all organics up there. But what my goal is, and I can see somebody has been digging here. And that was, originally I thought, oh gosh, they're just doing that to fill their gravel roads or whatever, and that's possible. Probably likely. You know, as you can see, the rocks that look like pebbles up there. There's some good sized rocks, as well as the shale that falls off, trees and rubbish that come down. But if you look at this sand, it's darker than like over there and over there. So I'm thinking that, and that actually looks pretty good right there, that all this is washing down into here. So I'm just going to fill up a few buckets, take it home, run it, and see if I can find a nug. Let's see what we can do. Back in a bit. So I was thinking about classifying, but it's too wet and it's taking forever. So I'll just have to make sure and pick out some of the bigger rocks. And there are quartz. You got quartz in there. So again, I'm just kind of randomly, I don't know what I'm doing. We're just testing. So I'm going to take a bucket from down here. That figure gold is heavy. Should make it down here. So I'm going to fill up some buckets. We'll have to classify it. Actually, I could probably just run it through my Keen. Oh, let me keep at it. You can definitely see there's quartz that are coming down, and you can tell because these are all nice and round. These are river rocks, so you know the Skagit River probably just over millions of years. Ooh, look at that. I might be able to get up there. Makes me a little nervous. Let's see. No, that's all being forced down in here and a little bit over here. That log is kind of forcing it. So I'll get a bucket over here too. People come down here and they sometimes dump their trash. I might go over there and take a bucket too. But they dump their trash and stuff, but they do try. This is also, there's another one of these farther that way, but you can see people just come down here, dump their trash. They abandon their trailers. There's an abandoned trailer down there. There's another one down there. Kind of sad that people do that. And the funny thing is, they're locals. People who actually live here. Abandoned trailers, those are just the tweaker trailers. So let me get a couple more buckets, get these in there, and we'll see what's going on. Back in a bit. Howdy, hey. Alrighty. Well. Holy crud. Rock just came down and bounced and hit right there on the side of my truck. Might want to not hang out here too much longer, but anyway. So I did get 6 buckets. I got 2 from the first spot I showed you, 2 from the second, and 2 for the third. Let me show you. Oh, darn. Really cool piece of quartz here. Looked a lot cooler when it was wet. Same thing with this one. You can see how these quartz hold on to things. Worth looking at. No need to break out the hydration station on this one. So, like I said, I took 2 from there. Very random. I don't know what I'm doing. I took 2 from there and 2 from over there. I was going to try to walk up there. Nope, too soft. And stuff started sliding down. Nope. And I was going to walk up there, and because that's a water trough, I started sinking almost immediately. So my fat booty said, no, I'm not putting on the boots today. I'm doing some backyard prospecting on answer the question. Who do you guys think? Could there be gold? This is a luff. And again, right there, it comes down and literally goes all the way to the other side of the road. And they have to bring in the excavators and the front loaders and the dump trucks and clear the road, rebuild the berm. You can see the rocks still jump the berm. We end up with these big rocks on here, so when you drive this road, you got to be very careful. Keep your eye open. Look how high that is. It kind of gives you vertigo just to even look up. But you can see the layers. So we definitely have like different layers. It's kind of cool because it kind of tells the history. I can see why people become geologists and all. You know, a lot of love. I even was thinking about here, not for any particular reason then. You see that clay wash out right here, and it's washing it down and coming right to here. But it hasn't made it yet. It kind of is washing down, and then it stopped. So I'm sure if there's any gold, it came down. But I got enough to do a test. A lot of times you don't see one car an hour here, and then all of a sudden I start filming, and they're making garbage runs. This hill makes that Bronco look tiny. You can maybe see through the trees there, the snow line. Winter's coming. By next weekend we're supposed to get snow, and not a little bit. Hopefully the weatherman's wrong on that one. Made it through the holidays, but whenever we get too much snow, because these roads aren't made for snow, they definitely don't have adequate amount of snow plows other than for the highway. Shuts my route down, and there's times we've been weeks behind getting packages to people, so I don't want that this year. So let me get to my Bronco, get home and set up and see if we got a nug. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 24. Howdy, hey, alright, I made it home. I was going to set up a double, but I just decided to just use the Mighty Keen wash plant. So because there's rocks in there, I'm going to be catching the rocks. I got a spare bucket of water. I can always get more. That's a full bucket of water as well. I already tested it. Everything seems to be set well. So, got my 6 buckets. Time to find out. I've been wanting to know for so long. I was talking to a friend on my way back. I stopped and visited, and I was saying, oh, you know, it's a struggle because I know I can go another place and absolutely get gold. But I wanted to answer this question for years, so we're going to find out. Let's fire off the Mighty Keen wash plant. Get feeding. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 24. Alrighty, well, we got a bubble bath going here again. Let's do our first scoop. Missed with the rocks. Let's put one more in there. I might have to bring that down a little bit. Can't really see because of all the darn bubbles. I always put too much in. Yeah, we need a little more slope because we're building up here. A little bit of tweaking. Then we'll be running some dirt. Back in a bit. Water's silting up. Ladder turned way down. I know if there is gold in this, it is going to be small. But the water's bubbling because of the jet dry. Gold floats, so you put jet dry in it, keep it from floating. It's kind of like, remember in grade school you can make a needle float? Same thing. Love this mighty keen. So after this bucket, I'm going to take a look. Back in a bit. Alrighty, alright. Well, I just shut her down. Got the first bucket done. I went ahead and switched it out and drained it out. But kind of looking in here, it kind of looks like there's some black sand in there. Of course, majority of gold's going to be up in there, if there is any. I had to do a little bit of adjustment. We had some build up here. But there does seem to be a little bit of black sand in there. Unless my eyes are playing tricks on me. But I want to take a small break here, have a drink of my sippy cup, and then we'll get going on bucket number 2. Probably keep running quite a bit here. I will need that extra bucket of water for sure, because this thing does spill all over the place. It's gonna. I do not think we're going to get anything. But at least we'll know. I hope I'm wrong. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 24. Well, howdy. Alright, well, I got the second bucket done. Went ahead and got some more water and put a fresh one in here. Does look like we're getting some black sands. But check this out. Right there. Where'd they go? Super tiny there. I had to right there. So small. I mean, super small. But it's gold. I actually took a picture and I had to zoom in, but let me show you. So anyway, we still got 4 buckets to go. So let's get back to it. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 24. Well, howdy, hey, all right. Well, I got 4 done and 2 to go. And we already know, even though they were, I could not see them with my regular glasses. I had to put on my readers. There's gold. And that's all I wanted to know. But it is so hard not to do a cleanup prematurely. And I'm hopefully not known for premature cleanups. But I'm going to push these last 2 buckets. It won't take long. The water's getting very murky. It's so hard not. I just want to get in there and see. I'm actually, truthfully, astonished that I just pulled off the side of the road to an area that I've always wondered, and again, without the gold, it's fascinating to see the evolution of a glacier till, and then what happened when the river moved and carved it back down. And it's just that stuff amazing. I should have been a geologist. I like looking for gold better. But all right, I'm going to push these last 2 buckets. And it's getting cold already. I forget, we don't get much daylight here, but luckily it's a nice day. Tomorrow's not going to be nice. So other than that, let me get back to it. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 24. Oh, fine. Out of 6 buckets, that's how many gravels I have. And a few spillage. Look how muddy that water is. It was actually starting to clog up the organics, the roots and stuff were starting to clog up my pump. You can see right here. Oh goodness. An inconsistent flow, but sun's starting to work its way down, so let's get this cleaned up and see if I got a nug. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 24. Well, howdy, hey, welcome back. All right, well, we got her all cleaned up. It's starting to get dark already. Look how silty all this is, but hey, the question has been answered. That flake right there is actually a pretty decent sized flake, so that's kind of cool for me. You know, I've always wondered. Hey, cops are coming for you, Karen. But we were both sitting out here, my neighbor and stuff, and she's a local, and both like, oh man, that sun's going down, the temperature's dropping quick, so I'm not even going to finish totally putting everything away right now. But that's really cool for me. Just because, you know, it's one of those things that just eats at you and eats at it. And yeah, I could have went somewhere else and got a lot more gold than that. But I got gold. That one's a nug. So, Gold Rush 24 is kicking off with some interesting stuff. Hey, I want to thank everybody. Gained a lot of subscribers this week and a lot of very friendly comments. I appreciate it. Happy New Year to all you people who commented on me. And let's keep it going. We're shooting for 1,000 for Gold Rush 24, but we got the first nugs. No, I got one last week. So we got the second nug, Gold Rush 24. Thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up button, leave me a comment, and make sure to subscribe. Till next time, have a great week. Gold Rush 24.